ready to go. I ain't even sweating these fools, it's the only thing that they know. You know entrepreneurs, you only do what you're told. That's how I know you ain't talking to me when you say no.
What's up guys, I'm Skullz, and today we're going to be checking out Pneuma from Tool off Fear Inoculum. As you can see, I got on my other Tool shirt. I have a couple more, courtesy of my beautiful wife for my birthday. I love you. But I'm really excited today. This was my first exposure to Tool. I watched the drum cam version. It was amazing. I never really dove into the lyrics or did anything like that, so I'm really excited to check it out. I'm just getting off of the title track, Fear Inoculum, which I think is becoming one of my favorite Tool songs ever. I also think I'm developing a theory about it. I think around like the 7 or 8 minute mark, Adam does something that sounds remarkably like the riff from Push It off Pneuma. I'm sort of thinking Fear Inoculum is a companion piece to it. Like he's no longer being pushed around by what he was being pushed around by in Push It. But that's just kind of a loose theory. I just get a lot of vibes from it. I also liked that the song Fear Inoculum grows a lot as it goes on. It escalates and escalates. And I feel like that's him growing and becoming bigger than the fear itself. Really amazing way of doing that. But that's my update. I'm really excited to hop into this one, so that's what we're gonna do right now. But first, if you're new here, consider hitting the like button, subscribe button, the notification bell. Helps the channel grow, helps the video reach more people, and I appreciate it a lot. Now let's hop into Pneuma. Wow, the guitar is so dry in the mix. Oof. Oh man. Reach out and beyond this flesh. Become Pneuma. We are a will and wonder about you. Recall, remember. mix is so clean. And usually dry mixes get like irritating to me. They're so sharp and piercing that it just needs something to kind of, I guess, dilute it a little bit. But this feels right, man. They're all such clean musicians. And plus, this really is a showcase for Danny. This really is. The time signatures and everything are so impressive, and the way the band plays together is impressive, but Danny is filling up so much of the space in this song. Those fills are unbelievable, and those polyrhythms are just crazy. It's almost hard to pick up the polyrhythms sometimes just because you get engulfed in the song as a whole. That's why I love the drum cam so much. I'd love to see more of that because it really shines a light. I mean, you already get an idea of how amazing Danny is, but when you get the drum cam and you can really just focus on him, it really just shines a whole new light on how talented this man is. But I'm going to hop into the lyrics, but first I wanted to look up what pneuma actually meant. Pneuma is the vital spirit, soul, or creative force of a person. So verse 1, we are spirit bound to this flesh. We go round, 1 foot nailed down, but bound to reach out and beyond this flesh. Become pneuma. So I think he's being pretty straightforward about this. He's saying that we, like who we are, is the spirit, not the body. He's said things like this in Parabola, this body holding me. It's clear that he believes that you are, the essence of you is not in the human body. It's not in the biology. It's in something deeper than that. And even though we are confined to this biology, we can reach beyond it. I mean, it's pretty clear that we can stretch beyond what we would imagine our biology can do. Like if you heard about the guy, Aaron Ralston, the guy who got caught in the canyon, he got his arm caught in there and he had to cut his arm off to get free. You would not think people would be able to do that and rise above that kind of circumstance. And that's actually a fitting example because he left a part of him behind to get out of there. We aren't our flesh. We are something bigger than that. But then the chorus, we are will and wonder, bound to recall, remember. We are born of one breath, one word. We are all one spark, sun becoming. Yes, so what he's saying is that we are what we are now, but we are not our potential yet. We can always reach out and become more. We can evolve. We can adapt. We're so much more than what we are now at all times. No matter where you are right now, you can be at the top of the world or you can be rock bottom. It does not matter. You always have an infinite amount of potential to be better or find more greatness within yourself. I think this is a really beautiful sentiment. I'm so happy that the song that I was really only just listening to for the sonics of that time I reacted to it, now I'm like integrating the lyrics and the narrative into it, and it's really a beautiful narrative, and it's crafted so expertly with very little actually said.
Child,
This is so psychedelic, man. I'm like actually experiencing the song as a whole now. And yeah, I'm like super just engrossed in it. All those hits sound so good when they come together. It's really just like, it's a very sudden just jab, just dun, dun. And I noticed that the guitars are mixed pretty high in the mix. Maybe even like a little bit too high, but it feels deliberate and on purpose. And I think it's part of that soundscape, that creating like this behemoth vibe about it. It just sounds so big. It's almost like what they did in The Patient, where it's like they made that drop louder than anything else on the album. Also, this is arguably the best Maynard has sound produced wise, and also even in his vocals. I mean, he sounds so graceful, man. He almost sounds like a deity. I really love it just because I've always loved his voice, and obviously it's been sort of drowned in the mix a little bit, which is kind of cool because it's like his voice of reason was always below the angry and more aggressive guitar tones and everything. And the more positive he's gotten, the more upfront that voice of reason becomes in the mix. It's very compelling, and it just goes to show you how when you understand sound and vibrations, you're able to incorporate that into a narrative and have it be really effective. But all right, let's continue the lyrics. Child, wake up. Child, release the light. Wake up now, child. Wake up. Child, release the light. Wake up now, child. So I wonder if he's talking to himself or if he's talking to his child, or maybe both at the same time. But that could also be a callback to Jimmy, where he was saying like, hold the light. He said something about holding the light, and he's saying release the light. And maybe since the younger version of himself was left behind out of fear and trauma, maybe he's saying that you can give me the light now. You're older and you're wiser now, and you can let that part of you go. But the lyrics continue. He repeats spirit over and over again. Bound to this flesh, this guise, this mask, this dream. Wake up, remember, we are born of one breath, one word. We are one spark, sun becoming. This exterior is just a guise. It's phony. It's not what we are. It's just what we wear. And it disguises something much greater. And then he says, wake up. It's like we identify ourselves as this exterior more than what we are and our potential and our infinite possibilities within ourselves. And it's almost like he's saying, like, wake up. Like, that's not real. That's a dream. That's bull. That hit me in a whole different way, man. Part of the beauty of that is like the reach out beyond where Will and Wonder, and the fact that like Danny's doing crazy things, but also this time signature and these accents are so impossibly complicated. It's like reaching out beyond the whole 4/4 time measurement, you know? Again, Tool integrates the music into the narrative so well. Well, I mean, I guess it's more like Maynard is reading the music and integrating a narrative into it very well. It just all feels like one thing. And what I loved about this version too is especially at the end, I mean, Adam really got some time to shine there. His parts weren't crazy or anything. I mean, they never are, but they just hit all the right notes. And he's very sparse and methodical with how he goes about his parts. But he adds such a nice layer of emotion. And I felt like Maynard too, like he was very well mixed in this. I liked in the second verse, he had this like deeper growl almost underneath him. Not really a growl, but it was more just like, it was crispy low. Yeah, this is awesome. This album's off to a really strong start in my opinion. Production-wise, narrative-wise, I think it really, really resonates. These two songs feel connected. Similarly to how Anima started with Eulogy and then going into H. It was like there was a death and then something new was born in its stead. I think some of you called this ego deaths before. I remember reading comments saying that there were many ego deaths. Crazy that was 12 minutes too. I mean, I would have guessed that was like 7 minutes if I wasn't looking. Like it flew by. But yeah, that's where I'm gonna end it, guys. I appreciate you stopping in and hanging out with me. Like I always say, if you're new here, consider hitting the like button, the subscribe button, the notification bell. Helps the channel grow, helps the video reach more people, and I appreciate it a lot. And wherever you are, I hope you're having a good day. Hope you're having a good night. I love you, and I look forward to the next one. Peace.